Tell me a ghost story that sounds completely unbelievable but is entirely true.
I have been waiting so long to tell this. This is literally wild, but I swear it's 100% true. So back in my hometown, there is this road called the Lucas Bay Road, and there is a light called the Lucas Bay Light, which is in fact a ghost, and it haunts the road at night looking for her lost baby. So basically the story goes that this woman lost her husband, so it was just her and her newborn. Well, her neighbors ran down the road and was like, oh my God, the soldiers are coming, right? So she was like, I need to hide my baby because I don't want them killing it or anything. So she ran to the bridge that was near her house and hid the baby underneath the bridge and then ran back to protect her valuables from the soldiers, right? So the soldiers stayed there ransacking and hanging out and having a good time a lot longer than she had anticipated. So as soon as they dipped, it was dark already. So she took a lantern and ran down to the bridge, and it was raining. And as she ran down to the bridge, she slipped and hit her head on a rock and she drowned. Well, she drowned before she found the baby, and the baby had already drowned, obviously, because it's a baby. And so every night she takes a lantern and she's looking for her child. It's very sad. Now I decided it was a fantastic idea to take a group of my friends in one car and go down this road, because what happens is she chases your car with the lantern, right? I did not believe it, okay? It's really hard to believe. But me being me, and I've seen ghosts before, I was like, we're gonna back down this road because I'm not trying to have this light, this ghost come at us from the front and us have to reverse down this road to try to get away from it, right? So, see, I'm thinking. So we back down this road and we're waiting and we're waiting and we're waiting, and it's midnight, right? They say she always comes out after midnight, right? So we're waiting and everybody's cracking up. They're like, this is so stupid. And also, if you turn your car off, it doesn't turn back on. So we left that car on. I was like, don't turn that car off. Do not do that, because I'm not trying to die tonight. So I was the only one looking back, and I swear, I promise on everything, I saw this little orb that started as a little red light, and it came from the top of the trees and then down to the center of the road. And the reason why I was able to see the top of the trees is because it was a full moon out, right? So I'm like, oh, what the heck is that? So I'm like telling people, I'm like, do you see this? I know you see this. So I took my phone out and I started recording, and clear as day, you can see an orb. Like on the camera, you can see an orb, but in person, it looked just like a light, right? And so everybody in the car started freaking out, and they started driving a little bit. And I was like, do not drive. I was like, that thing is like way back there. Like, I want to see if this is a car, because people do live down the road. If it's a car or if this is actually her. So they're like inching, and I was like, stop the car. Like, I'm not playing. So on my camera, I watched the orb disappear, and I looked up and it was gone, right? And I was like, what the heck? So I turned the camera off, and I was like, maybe it was just like a car, right? So we're all just kind of like, what the heck happened? And we're just sitting there for a second. And I swear to you, the light was right at our tailgate. Like a bright light. I'm talking like a massive like train light. Like it was so bright right at the end of the car, and it came out of nowhere. And it scared us so bad, y'all. My aunt took off, right? Because she was driving the car. She took off, and the road kind of veers like this, right? So we veered this way, and I told her, I was like, stop, because it didn't follow us when we turned off the road. I was like, stop. And everybody was freaking out, everybody was crying, and I was like, back the car up. Like, I want to see if people are messing with us. Like, I want to see. So she backed the car up, y'all, and there was just a floating light at the end of the road. It was just a floating light. There was nobody around it. Clear as day, just a floating orb light. And she was pissed off that we were there. And so we left. But that's not the first time that I've seen it, and I've had other people, my family members and friends, that have seen it as well. So yeah, that was terrifying but exciting at the same time.